It's Steve Masters with Got Game. We're behind the scenes at E3. Bethesda has a beautiful setup here.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
I love it.
It's great.
And a lot of people are really excited about Elder Scrolls Online.
Sure.
The Elder Scrolls, fan base has just grown exponentially over the years.
It's huge.
I don't have to tell you how huge it is. You're working on it.
Yes.
So tell us, what can fans expect when this thing actually goes live pretty soon?
It's pretty much Elder Scrolls, the things that you're familiar with, from Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, all the way back to Daggerfall. It's just that online with friends. So if you were playing as your character in Daggerfall and I'm playing with mine, we can play together.
Tell us about the actual space in the worlds that we'll be able to explore.
There's 3 alliances. One is Aldmeri Dominion. They kind of occupy the area in the south. There's Daggerfall Covenant. They're up in the northwest. And then there's Ebonheart Pact. They're in the northeast. Ebonheart Pact is very familiar to players because it was Skyrim. So that's where like the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians exist. Whereas Daggerfall is the Bretons, Redguard, and Orcs. And in the south, you have the High Elves, Wood Elves, and the Khajiit. So there's 3 areas for people to play in, and they're huge places to play in.
Now, if you did play Skyrim, would the little towns be familiar to you? The streets are kind of the same. Is everything the same?
Yeah, there's a lot of areas that, especially like Eastmarch, that we've looked at from Skyrim in my part of the game, which is the PvP space, which is Cyrodiil. From Oblivion, we looked at a lot of the footprints of like Coral, Bruma, Cheydinhall, and took a look at those to make sure we were faithful to the layout, but we did do some new things with it when you get in there, so you're not like, oh, they just carbon copied the space. It will look familiar to you for Skyrim and as well as Oblivion, so you'll feel at home, but it will be a little bit different because it's way in the past from those games.
Just walk us through, say you're a console player and you played Elder Scrolls and you loved Skyrim. Why would you want to get online and play this?
The primary reason is to play with your buddies. People always commented when they were playing Skyrim, I love the game, I love seeing my character advance, but nobody else can see my character advance. Like, I may look like a badass, but I look like a badass to myself only. So being able to play with your buddies is a huge thing where you can actually say, hey, look at the gear that I've earned, or hey, look at this cool axe that I found. And being able to play with your friends and interact. Like, there's certain bosses where, you may have had a hard time doing by yourself. Now you can say, hey, come and help me, I'll play it, and we can both take out this monster together. So it's awesome to be able to play with your friends.
Would you say you're going to compete with the World of Warcraft people?
I'd say we're looking to compete with lots of RPGs out there, whether it's a single player RPG or a multiplayer RPG. We're looking to make a AAA RPG first and then let you play that with your friends. So it's more along the lines of making the best Elder Scrolls game we have and then letting people play it together.
Free-to-play model? Are you going to put out an actual physical disc that people need to go buy and then install? How's it going to work?
Well, we'll be discussing more about pricing model and distribution later on. So that's the best I can tell you for the time being.
That's still a secret?
Yeah, for now.
You haven't decided yet whether to charge money for it or not. But either way, you'll do sort of microtransactions, or is that something you're talking about too? Or?
Unfortunately, we're not talking about that either, but I mean, you will obviously have to, get the game. It'll be cost to a AAA title, and then you'll play it on your own PC as well. Or, obviously now, PS4, Xbox One, and Mac.
All right, so you are going to support the next generation. This will be a playable title for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but not PlayStation 3 or...
No, just for the next gens, PC and Mac. Yep.
Okay, great. Thanks for clearing that up.
Sure.
Quickly, when you want to get in and play Elder Scrolls Online, you create your own character from the beginning. And how long could that typically take? If you wanted it to take forever, could it? Or
if you want to sit there on the character creation screen and fiddle with all the knobs and things that are out there, you can. The character creator is ridiculously in depth. We've seen here at E3 people just sit there and play with it for like 10-20 minutes at a time. So you can make your character look exactly how you want. And we have more options that we keep adding back at the studio. Different hairstyles, like scars on your eyes. So we're adding more and more to the character creator. And then in terms of the life of your character, there's about 120 to 180 hours or so within your own alliance. But then you can go play in the other alliance's territory as well. And there's, of course, the PvP space, which is Cyrodiil, that is basically limitless play there.
You could basically play this game for the rest of your life, eat and sleep minimally and just keep going.
Yep, that's what I hope to be doing myself. Actually, when it comes out, I'm going to be playing that like crazy. Not only the PvE but the PvP. It's going to be great, fantastic.
Tell us what your favorite thing is. How do you set up your character? Favorite weapon? Favorite thing to do?
And a lot of the fights, which is the PvP aspect, I do a lot of sorcerer who has some ranged abilities, wearing heavy armor and dual wielding. Like that's something people hear that you can do that. They go, you can wear any armor and use any weapon, and I love mixing it up. Like I don't want people to see me in a robe and go, oh, he's a caster, because I've been a Dragon Knight, which is a melee character, and I've had a robe on, so people think I'm all soft, and then jump me and I kick their ass with my melee weapon. So it's a crazy combinations you can make with classes too.
Combination of trickery and heavy armor and dual wielding.
Oh yeah, all kinds of things. You can even whip out a bow. We allow you to have 2 types of weapons equipped. You can be dual wielding with a bow on backup, or a fire staff and a healing staff together. So the combinations are really limitless.
Right now, the beta signups are taking place, correct?
That's right. We're actually in beta.
Go ahead.
Sorry, we're actually in closed beta now. We've had people playing the beta, playing through the Daggerfall Covenant, like everybody here at E3 for a while now.
How many people total are allowed to get in right now and play?
I can't tell you that specifically, but it's definitely, not just only here we only have like 30 stations, but it's a lot more than that are playing right now.
Good. And then you're going to open it up to the entire world, where the game will be live and public, and if you need to go out and buy the actual game, when will that be available? And what, you don't know the price yet, but
yeah,
when?
Pricing, we're still, like I said, waiting to give that out, but it's looking for spring 2014 is when it's going to be available for all platforms.
All right, so we got to wait till next year, but thank you so much for spending time with us.
No problem. It's great that you guys got to see it, and hope you guys see you online.
That's right. It's Steve Masters here at E3 on GotGame.com.
Thank you very much.